Welcome back, everybody. So, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and I hope that you are enjoying your holiday. Today, I have for you something that is actually very near and dear to my heart, and I'm very excited to do this video for you. So, if you have someone that's a little bit of a disaster in the kitchen, maybe they're just learning how to cook or something always goes wrong when this person's in the kitchen, things break, they fall, something burns. Or maybe on the flip side of that, you have someone that really loves cooking, loves baking. They're always in the kitchen, they're always experimenting. Or maybe you need a gift either for a housewarming or just in general. I have something that I really think you might enjoy. So, this little friend is a kitchen witch. And she's just fantastic. So, this is the guardian of the kitchen. She is supposed to look over and watch over your kitchen. And the list of things that she is responsible for was longer than I anticipated from what the research I did. So basically, the legend of the kitchen witch, if you buy one of these, sometimes it comes with it, sometimes it doesn't. But it's that she keeps your pots from boiling. She keeps the roast from burning. She makes sure the cake never goes flat. The spice mix is just right. You've always got the right amount of seasoning. Nothing's too salty or not salted enough. The cakes will rise. The milk doesn't curdle. You always have that perfect cup of tea or coffee. That is up to her. Wouldn't it be nice? I don't know. Like, we've always had one of these in the house. Ever since I was little, I always remember my mom had one of these hanging over the sink. Oops, sorry, out of frame. But she was always hanging like over the kitchen sink, and that's where she stayed. And even now, like this, I had to borrow her temporarily. My mom's actually prepping some stuff for tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I'm filming this early. So yeah, so I promised my mom I'd get this back to her as soon as I can. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Not, I'm sure I'll hear about it. But they'll come in different shapes, different sizes, different. This is actually a Christmas kitchen witch. So once I go put them back, this one will go out in preparation for the holidays. But these adorable little witches are meant to be good witches, and they are often depicted as an older woman, kind of a crone-like figure, flying on a broom or a wooden spoon. I've never seen the wooden spoon one, though. I've always seen the one on the brooms. And sometimes it is an older woman in a kerchief, and you'll see, like, I'll bring this a little closer. So she's a little broken, but you'll see that they have a long nose and a very kind, sweet face, and they're meant to be good witches. And they're meant to protect not the household. So not only do they keep your kitchen safe, they will keep all the occupants in the kitchen safe. So they keep bad things from happening. They protect the kitchen and the house from mischief from bad witches. They keep negative energy away from the home. But I think my mom basically got one because she just got tired of getting hurt in the kitchen. Because I asked her, I was like, how did you end up with your first kitchen witch? Like, how did you find out about this? And she couldn't remember, which was understandable. She didn't know if it was a gift or if it had just been something she had seen and picked up. But they are just very comforting. They're so sweet. They're so much fun. Like, you walk in and you see them just, riding their broom in the kitchen all the time, keeping everything safe, or mostly safe. They can't protect you from everything, but so this is technically not a doll. That's one thing that actually came up quite a bit in my research. So she's not considered a doll. A doll is a plaything. So she's a puppet, and a puppet is a representation of a human that is supposed to kind of mimic human imagery in order to kind of create a protection. And you'll see these a lot in different types of witchcraft. But she's a good witch. She is a good witch. Don't be, like they said, don't be afraid, because she is meant to create a loving and inviting atmosphere. She's meant to make the home feel warm and add to that warmth and joy and protect that kind of heart of the home. That's what she one of the things that she represents is just that heart of the home. And these are always so much fun because they're so detailed. Like this one, she's got little earrings on. Like, how cute is that? And then she's got like, there are little leaves in her broom. And I don't know, I'm trying to get it so that you can see it. She's got little flowers like on the little bag she's carrying. Like they're so detailed and they're so cute, and they're just so enjoyable. I remember my cousin bought one for my mom. I think her old one had broken, or we had to throw it out. And if you know anything about Mystic Villages, there is a store called the General Store, and she picked it up there, and it was a lobster claw with the googly eyes, and it had a little hat and a little dress, and it was made out of wire. I don't think she had a broom because she was just kind of long. And that was our kitchen witch for the longest time, until I think somehow it got crushed. And then I bought my mom this one. Can't remember what happened to her, how she broke, but the only downside to these, and if someone can let me know if they've figured out a way to do it, is that because they're in the kitchen and because they're hanging there all the time, they do tend to get a little greasy and a little dirty. So sometimes you eventually do have to kind of throw them out and replace them, just because, you can't really wash them. Like this one maybe because she's soft, but I don't know what you would do with a broom because she's attached to the broom, and I'd have to undo that stitching. So that is the only thing. But what's really nice about them is they make great gifts. I actually have a friend that bought a new home recently, and I got her one as a housewarming gift. And I didn't get a chance. I wanted to put something together for her, kind of explain what a kitchen witch was, because not everybody knows about them. They used to be really popular, and they're not so much anymore. They're actually really kind of hard to find. These two I got on the Potpourri Collection website, and this one, the Christmas one, I don't think she's available anymore. She hasn't been for a while. This one might be still available, but you can also find them on Etsy. There's a lot of vendors on Etsy. Quite a few of the blogs I think sell them that I found, or can direct you to them. And then there are also videos that teach you how to make your own, and you can just make them out of a clothespin, and you can customize it to whatever you want. And traditionally, it's unknown the country of origin, if it was Germany or if it was out of the Scandinavian countries, but these are considered, at least they were founded in kind of German folklore or Scandinavian folklore or folk medicine, and then they kind of spread. But what's ironic is the first record of a kitchen witch comes to us from 1597 from Shropshire, England, from a will from, what was his name? John Crogington, who left one witch in the kitchen to his son John. The website I got this from does make a point of pointing out that it's hard to tell if they actually meant kitchen witch or witch hazel or witch elm, which were bushes and trees that were also used in conjunction with the kitchen, and maybe that's what was actually being left. So we're not 100% sure, but it is kind of funny to think that this little figure was so beloved that, she was left to someone in a will so that they would have a safe kitchen. And they're just so much fun. They really are. I think I said this, I'm not sure. So traditionally, you don't necessarily see them with the traditional witch hat. You actually see them with little kerchiefs. And then they have long dresses on, and they are usually an old woman with a large nose. And that's usually how they're depicted. There are some, I have seen some that look like little girls or young children. There are some that look they just look younger. Like they look like a young woman. And then the traditional one has the kind of kerchief. I really want to say babushka, but it's a kerchief with the long dress, and they're holding a broom, they're riding a broom or a wooden spoon. I really want to find one with a wooden spoon. I've never seen that. I'm kind of intrigued. And what was also really surprising is, so I've known about La Befana, the Italian Christmas witch who goes out on the Epiphany and, gives candy and toys to all the good boys and girls as she looks for the Christ child. Apparently, Germany has their own version of La Befana. Her name, hold on, let me find it, because I found about this and was like, wait, this is like a there's more than one of these. I've never why do I not know about this? So her name is Pechta. Pechta. It's Pechta, the Epiphany Witch. And she goes out on the Epiphany Eve. So I was fascinated by that because there is a thought that because there are so many witches in German folklore that's where these originated. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're just really sweet and fun. And how do you say no to that? She's so cute. This is not necessarily based in what is known as kitchen witchery. And kitchen witchery is it depends because I feel like it's varied quite a bit now. Because kitchen witchery can be that person that that's the hostess with the mostess who always puts on a nice spread. Her house is always warm. She's always got the right tea blend for you. There's literally a cauldron on the stove where there are spells going, there are candles being made, whatnot. And then traditionally, though, what women would do in the heart of the home is they would make their food and whatnot, but you would also dry your herbs, you would prepare tea blends, you would prepare balms and salves and whatnot. You would prepare your herbal home remedies. Or, if not, maybe you would go to someone like a healer who would actually do these things, who was your white witch, or the healer, the white witch, the Strega Nonna, which was the grandmother witch, the hedge witch. I feel like there's so much overlap traditionally that I am not 100% sure by today's standards what the difference is between hedge witchery, kitchen witchery, and whatnot. To me, they kind of all blend together because, they do overlap. If you've got a garden full of herbs, well, you're probably cooking with them, and then you probably maybe know other uses or have acquired other uses for them because it's like, oh, you've got a sore throat? Here, put some honey and thyme and gargle with some hot water and thyme. And then, everybody knows the honey and lemon for coughs. Hot water. You sit with your head over a bucket of hot water. Maybe you throw some, I don't know if you'd have eucalyptus, but you throw something in there that would open up the lungs and help, with the breathing. So, or even just the hot water. So, I mean, it's all of those folk remedies, all of those things are kitchen witchery. But this isn't that. She might have come out of that tradition, but that's not what she is anymore. She is just your guardian of the kitchen. She makes sure that everything goes right. And it's kind of funny because I remember, I don't know if it was at the house I grew up in or if I heard this story from my mom, but when she first got her first kitchen witch, my grandmother walked in and was like, "What is this? Why is this here?" So we have a long and storied past with kitchen witches in our family. We are the only one, I think, in the family that has one too. I don't know if any of my cousins have them. My grandmother never did, and I know my uncles don't. But she is just, it's not home until the kitchen witch is up. She has to be there. It's not right if she's not flying over the kitchen sink or wherever you can find room for her. It doesn't have to be over the kitchen sink. And another good thing is that, whether you're buying this as a gift for yourself or you are giving it to someone, she's good luck. And it's supposedly good luck to both the giver and the receiver if you give her as a gift. So, however you chose to do that, whether it's, Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah to me or Happy Birthday, or if it's like, hey, congratulations, happy holidays, here you go. Enjoy, keep you safe. Could have used her in college, not gonna lie. There were a few kitchen fires in college. You never realize how much popcorn can set off a fire alarm until you're in school, and that's usually what does it. But yeah. So that is all I have for you. I hope you have enjoyed our friends. They're just so much fun. Like, honestly, like, they're just so cute. Like, I don't, and you can make your own, you can customize them however you want. Um, like, you can find them, you can order them. You can, I know, go on Etsy definitely is where you can find them and you can have your pick of whatever. So, it's, I just love them. And they're not really well known anymore. Like, they are kind of hard to find. Like, you can find them on, I know you can find them at Etsy, and I feel like if you look for them in a store, it's going to be like a kitschy store. Like, it's going to be like they're, I don't even know who would carry them. If it, because you're not necessarily going to find them in a kitchen store, but I don't know if you would go into like an ethnic store, like a Scandinavian market or whatnot, if you're going to find them. I've never been to a German store. I don't know if there are any left. So yeah, so I don't really like, I think if you were to find these in the store, it would be kind of just a streak of luck. That's really what it'd be. It would just be a stroke of luck to find one. Um, but yeah, so I wish you happy cooking, safe and happy cooking, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and enjoy. And from my kitchen witch to your home, have a very good weekend, and I'll see you all again. Until we meet again, bye.